Hello, welcome to the Peaceful Home. I'm Teresa Elling and I'm so glad you're joining me today. It is Vlogtober day 22 and I have quite a gap of days of Vlogtober where I did not post because of an equipment problem. I had to have some equipment fixed and I was unable to edit. And so now I'm back on track, and today I am bringing a reader question. How do I organize bills and other mail? I'm trying to keep clutter off my kitchen counters and dining room table. Well, paper clutter is difficult. It accumulates almost daily if you get mail every day. And although there is so much online these days, we still seem to get so much paper mail. You know, you sign up for paperless billing, paperless invoices, whatever, and we still are inundated with paper. We have to have systems to organize our paper, and even more importantly, we have to develop habits that will help us keep those systems doing what they're supposed to be doing. The most important thing when organizing paperwork is, just like any other stuff in your home, a place for everything and everything in its place. That means you need a specific spot for every type of mail or paperwork that comes into your home. So I'm going to give you an example by going through my mail today. This is a basket that is just for mail that you need to take action on. And so what I would encourage you to do right away is to go through your mail and immediately sort. Put junk mail in the trash, put action needed in your bin, and anything else goes to its spot. So I'm going to show you how I do that. You might think that this is kind of a simplistic approach, but if you're consistent with going through your inbox, you will take care of your paper clutter and it will not overwhelm you. I started going through my mail and then realized I could film this for you. So first thing I opened was a bill for a magazine. And so that needs to be paid. It's going in my action bin. A lot of my bills, the majority, are online, automatic pay, bill pay, automatic drafts. I don't even have to worry about probably 90% of my bills. But the things that do come in, I want to make sure they are in a safe spot where I know that I can always find them. Last month, we just paid the car registration for one of our cars, and I wrote it on my calendar when it was due. And so when I saw that, I immediately went to my bin and the bill was there. And I pulled it out, paid it online, done. So here's some other things. A baby invitation. And again, what I would do with this is right away, I'm going to look at this, check the date on my calendar. I do want to go to this shower, so I'm going to mark it on my calendar. And then I'm going to go back to maybe today, tomorrow, the next day, and mark on my to-do list to RSVP for this shower. And then I'm going to keep this in here. Now, it's not technically an action needed. I've already taken care of that. But if for some reason I can't remember details about the shower, I can always look back at the original invite. And then later down the road, when I'm sorting through and going through this pile, and I see the shower's already passed, then I toss the invitation. So next we've got something for our daughter and son-in-law. They rent the house next door, and I do have a basket specifically for them. So that is where that's gonna go. That's their mail as well. DirecTV, which for us is junk mail, that goes immediately in the trash. I don't open it, I don't set it down somewhere else. I stand by the trash can and I throw it away. More junk mail. Bank statement, which I'm going to toss in here and we can look at that later. Medicare, not quite yet, junk mail, I'm gonna toss that. Okay, a catalog. Now, if this is something that you don't normally order from, you might want to go online and request that they stop mailing you catalogs. If it's something that you might look at, I actually have a basket for all of my catalogs and magazines. So I know where they are at any time when I think, oh, I might like to place an order, I can go grab a catalog. Again, most things are online. In this case, I'm actually looking for a winter coat, so I'm going to put this in here so I'll know where to grab it and to take action, look through it, make a decision about a coat. And then I have a magazine. And again, all of my magazines and catalogs go in one spot, and I throw those into my basket. So now the key is to make sure that you have written down in your planner, your calendar, on your phone, when your bills are due, and when you do need to take action on these things. So I'm not concerned about the magazine subscription. You know, those things, they seem to send them to you no matter what, even if you're late in paying for that and renewing it. But if I need to check my bank statement, we usually check it online, and for most of ours, they're paperless. I'm not quite sure why this one isn't, so maybe that's a good thing to check into. For any other bills that are payable, I know exactly where they are. Now, what I would encourage you to do is sort your mail immediately, right when it comes in. I don't put my mail in a bin because if I set it in here, I'm going to forget about it. I'm not even going to look at it for maybe a couple of days. So I leave my mail on the counter, if at all, and I am determined to sort through it before dinner. Usually, as soon as I get it, I don't bother to go out to the mailbox unless I'm going to sort it right then and there and disperse everything where it needs to go. This is the best solution for bills or things that are very important that you don't want to lose. You need to know where they are. The other type of paper clutter, not just from mail, tends to accumulate on counters, islands, dining tables. Those are the hot spots for sure. In those cases, if you're needing to do a quick pickup, that's when you could have a basket and you could just scoop everything up and throw it in there. And if that is your kind of inbox, you just need to know that when it gets full, you need to go through it and sort it and get everything put away. But at least you have one spot where you know if you're going to clear paperwork, it's going to go in that bin. I would make sure it's separate from this because you don't want to have to wade through a whole bunch of circulars, ads, magazines, catalogs, and junk mail to find a bill that is really important. So when you do end up going through that pile that you've collected, sort that and see what kind of categories you need. Maybe you find you have a child's artwork or schoolwork that's piling up. Where should that go? You need a designated spot. I just did a Vlogtober video on organizing kids' artwork and schoolwork. I'll post that below if you want to take a look at that. But that's a really common one. The other thing might be papers from work or maybe letters from your child's school. And so if that needs action, go ahead and put it in here. If not, put it in your bin to get to later. Just make sure to designate the two. Make sure that when you put anything in your bin for stuff that's time sensitive, mark it on your calendar, put a note in your phone so that that thing does not get forgotten. Whether it's a deadline, a bill that needs to be paid, an RSVP for a gathering or party, you want to get to those things. And just shoving the mail in a corner is not going to help you be efficient with that. So make sure you get a system in place that will help remind you when those things are due, when you need to pay attention to this basket. Lastly, I want to show you what I do with my magazines, how I organize those, in case you're a magazine addict like I am. What I do when I finish reading a magazine is I fold over this top corner. That lets me know at a glance I've already completed reading this one. And then I put it back in my basket. So when I go to grab something to read, I'll have one that isn't marked. I know I haven't read it. I'll grab this one, but when I finish it, I'll fold down the corner and put it back in the same basket with my catalogs and other magazines. When it starts getting too full, I grab the magazines and I do a quick sorting. So I take the ones that I've already read and I look through and I see if I have dog-eared any pages. And if I have, I open it and I take a look. Okay, why did I mark this? Oh, this was a picture I wanted to keep, or this was a type of paint I wanted to try. Whatever it is, I'll look back through. Now this particular one, I must have 10 or 12 dog-eared pages. And actually I want to hang on to this. So it's going to go right back in the basket. But sometimes I'll pick up one that I've already read, I'll look through, and each of the dog-eared pages, It's nice to look at the photo again, but it's nothing I need to save, and I'll toss or recycle the magazine. In doing this, I've been able to keep up and not have magazines get out of control. Whenever the basket's getting full, I do the quick sort and that takes care of it. So I hope this answers my viewer's question, and I hope if you guys don't already have a system in place for your bills and important paperwork that needs action, go ahead and get something like this to put into place. You really don't need something complicated. You don't need multiple files, maybe for long-term storage of paperwork, but not for action needed. You just need one bin. Thanks for joining me today on The Peaceful Home. I hope you have a great day.